Hello everyone, welcome back to Great Brick Creations. My name is Michaela, and today I'm going to be creating some bookmarks. These are going to be some bridesmaids gifts, and they are going to include the people's initials along with some dried flowers. So yeah, come see how they turn out. So I've made these bookmarks a few times before, or a similar type bookmark, and it's basically a sticker in the middle of the bookmark with some dried flowers around it, and then I laminate it, which creates a clear effect around the dried flowers. Usually I start this process by creating the sticker that is going to go in the middle of the bookmark on my Cricut design space. Like I said at the beginning of this video, these bookmarks are going to be people's initials with the dried flowers around them. So here I am just getting those initials printed out, and I like to print them on sticker paper so I can stick them onto the laminate that I create the bookmark out of, and that way they don't move around. I don't have a specific type of sticker paper I use specifically when I'm making bookmarks. I just use this same generic sticker paper that I use for all my other sticker type projects. I also will not be laminating these with the heat-free laminate because I'm going to be putting them in an actual piece of plastic laminate. Once I get the sticker initials printed out, it's time to cut them out on the Cricut. I'm going to use my blue Cricut mat for this. It's the least sticky of the mats, and I've found it just works best for any sort of paper or sticker paper type product I'm making. Overall, these initials are pretty quick to print out. There's no really detailed edges. They're all pretty smooth little edges. So these get cut out pretty quick, and then I just pull them off of the Cricut mat. After pulling these off the mat, I'm going to just make a list on which letters go with which color flowers. I just don't want to forget and put the wrong color flowers with the wrong initial. So here you can see now that I've got my little sticky note all ready, I'm going to start creating these bookmarks. I have this bookmark template that I set up a while ago that I just taped the laminate page over, and then I mark out on the laminate with Sharpie where the bookmark is actually going to be when I cut it out. I'm sure there's an easier way I could do this on my Cricut, but I've just found that this way works best for me, and I know how to do it pretty quick now. So here you can see I'm just marking out those bookmarks with the Sharpie, which will be cut off of the finished product. My template does only have 3 bookmarks on it, so if I want to do more than that, I have to rotate it like you see here, so that I have 3 going one direction and then 1 on the bottom going the other direction. After getting the guidelines drawn on, I go ahead and open up the laminate page so that I'm now working on the inside of the laminate. And I'm going to go ahead and start sticking those initials on. Like I said, I like to do these as stickers because then they're not moving around. If I'm putting the top of the laminate packet down and then up again, sometimes it'll grab whatever I'm putting on the bookmark and pull it off of where I want it to be. So anything that I can stick down permanently, I've found just works a lot better and keeps things exactly where I want them. I'm starting with the bookmark with the L on it. This one is supposed to have red and pink flowers on it. I don't have any red flowers, so I'm going to go ahead with some nice pinks that I have left. I've used this specific pink flower a few times on some of my bookmarks, and I just really like how they look once it's laminated. And then I'm going to add a few more pink flowers to the top. Now I'm moving on to the S, which is purple. And then lastly, for these vertical bookmarks, I'm going to add some blue flowers for the E. I don't really get to make these bookmarks that often, but when I do, I really enjoy making them. Putting the little flowers all together under the laminate is like kind of putting together a little piece of art, picking which flowers go where, trimming them down, or leaving some of the leaves on them. I just really enjoy that peaceful aspect of making these. Lastly, I'm going to get the orange and yellow flowers onto this bookmark with the M, and then I'm going to put this laminate packet back together so I can get it on the laminator. I do have to pack up my Cricut and kind of move it over to get my laminator set up. Maybe someday I'll have more desk space and then I'll just be able to leave both of them out, but for now I'm just working with what I have. Here you can see I'm putting the laminate packet into the laminator. Try to do it nice and slow so that none of the flowers in the laminating packet move around before they're stuck in place. After running these through the laminator, I am now going to cut them out with my just standard paper cutter. This is where those little black lines come in that I drew on using my bookmark template at the beginning of the video. Here you can see I'm just getting those cut out. Like I said, there's probably an easier way to cut these out on the Cricut, but I've just found that this way works best for me, and I know I can get them the size and shape I want them every single time using this process. After cutting out the straight sides, now I'm going to use this little corner cutter to cut the round corners on the ends of the bookmarks. Sometimes it doesn't punch all the way through, and I do have to use some small scissors to cut those out cleanly, and I'm still figuring out this part of the process a bit. Here you can see how the 4 bookmarks turned out. The glare from the light is a little bad, but you get the gist of it. They turned out really good. After I have them all put together, I'm now going to cut out the paper that goes in the packaging. Now that I have the bookmark labels to put in the packaging, I'm going to take out these plastic packages. I just got these off of Amazon. Luckily, they just turned out to be a very similar size and shape to the bookmarks I'm making. And I just stick those in there with the paper. And then after I have all of them in, I go through and just peel the protector off the back and just stick them closed. Now they're ready to give as a gift, as a bridesmaid's gift, a Mother's Day gift. These really work great for a lot of events. Thanks again for coming back and watching another one of my crafts.